Drew, thanks. Menasha authorities are warning of yet another increase of local vehicle break-ins and thefts. They're making the public aware of things they can do to prevent themselves from becoming a victim. That includes making sure your vehicles are locked, making sure any valuables are out of sight or out of the vehicle, including your keys, or install a security system if that's possible. Authorities also warning that you should follow these tips even if you're not in the Menasha area.
And it's not just our agency. Our recent uptick in incidents across jurisdictional borders, on the same nights that we had a higher number of break-ins, our neighbors in Fox Crossing were responding to them. The Calumet County Sheriff's Department were also responding to them.
Officials also suggest getting in contact with your neighbors, be part of a local neighborhood watch program, and prevent this from happening near you.